I think what I'm going to say, sometimes it makes some people not to be comfortable, because truth does that most of the times whenever it is said. The people of Matebeleland have not been treated well by the ZANU-PF government since 1980, beginning with the implementation of the Kukuraunde genocide up to today, where justice has never been the order of the day, no actually asking even for forgiveness or an apology has been done by ZANU-PF. A CCC MP decided this time around to stand up and speak about this issue. I will make you to listen to this audio until the end. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button, so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So let's listen to this video.
Thank you, Madam President, for the recognition. Madam President, I rise today to contribute to the motion introduced by the Honorable Senator Chief Nochombo on the preservation of traditional practices and culture. I do so in full support, but also to extend and contextualize the discussion by specifically highlighting the systematic cultural marginalization faced by the Ndebele-speaking communities in Zimbabwe. As someone with deep ties to Matebeleland, I feel compelled to speak on behalf of the numerous people whose cultural and linguistic rights continue to be sidelined. Madam President, before I continue with my debate, to introduce myself and reintroduce myself, to really show how cultural and how deep my roots are in terms of culture. Madam President, mina nginguNonhlanhla Mlotshwa, ozalwa nguRay Mlotshwa. uRay ezalwa nguSamuel Mlotshwa. uSamuel ezalwa nguMasigwa Mlotshwa. uMasigwa ezalwa nguMacebo. uMacebo ezalwa nguYotshwana. uYotshwana ezalwa nguManatha. Ngingumahlambanzimane, umthukwabi, usichenge esibafazi abaluthuli, umzingelo ongabuyise, engabuyaze induku zabe zaphukile. Ngingundema kaLufukazi, ngingumahlabangadli kudla umkhonto. Madam President, it is important to recall that the Ndebele nation, collectively as Amahlabezulu or Umthwakazi, is a rich tapestry of communities, including the Kalanga, Sotho, Tonga, and the Venda people. These groups coincide under King Mzilikazi in the 19th century and have sustained a distinctive cultural identity for nearly 2 centuries. isiNdebele has been a living language of instruction, governance, storytelling, and socialization throughout Matebeleland North, Matebeleland South, Bulawayo, and parts of Midlands. Yet, despite this historical presence, the language and its associated culture are increasingly under threat. Madam President, we cannot deny that the reality on the ground. There are acute shortages of isiNdebele-speaking teachers of foundational learning levels in many rural areas across Matebeleland. Children are taught by individuals who cannot communicate with them in their mother language, including psychological developmental toll that takes on a child. And add to this outdated and inappropriate learning materials that often reflect a mono-ethnic view of Zimbabwe's history and identity. These are not just inconveniences, they are deep structural inequities. Beyond education, the public erasure of isiNdebele is evident. Government insignia, official communication, and state media are dominated by Shona and English. Meanwhile, historical landmarks such as Gadade, the site of significant battle in the Ndebele resistance, remain neglected. Names like Mkwati Ngube are scarcely mentioned in the national history narratives. Yet we regularly commemorate other historical figures and events. Why the imbalance? Madam President, I must also raise a cultural and spiritual concern, the lack of recognition for the Ndebele kingship. It is contradictory and culturally disrespectful to acknowledge Izinduna chiefs without formally recognizing the king they represent. This undermines not only traditional leadership structure, but very foundation of the Ndebele identity. As the mover rightly stated, cultural preservation includes the preservation of institutional heritage. I must emphasize that in the Ndebele custom, izinduna ngezenkosi. The chiefs belong to the king. They do not exist in isolation, nor do they wield authority on their own accord. Their very legitimacy, their moral and spiritual mandate is derived from serving under inkosi. By recognizing izinduna without recognizing the king, we've effectively amputated the Ndebele traditional structure. This is not only unconstitutional in the spirit, but a direct violation of a cultural order handed down through generations. Madam President, it is akin to recognizing a cabinet without a president, or a council without a mayor, or a traditional leadership system, hierarchical and sacred. The king is not a decorative figure. He is a custodian of history, culture, justice, and unity among the people. Without the king, izinduna are left vulnerable. Their decisions lack final authority, and the people are left with an incomplete chain of a cultural command. Madam President, we need to restore order by restoring the kingship, not for pomp, but for functionality. A king provides a center of gravity, a unifying force, and a fountain of cultural wisdom. Recognizing the Ndebele king is not about elevating one group or another. It is about fulfilling a constitutional obligation to honor all traditional institutions equally and to treat all cultures with dignity and respect. I therefore support the motion and wish to propose that the Ministry of Sports, Recreation and Culture, in collaboration with the Ministries of Primary and Secondary Education and of Information and Publicity and Broadcasting Services, urgently consider the following. 1. Prioritize recruitment of Isindebele speaking teachers at ECD and primary level. 2. Revise the national curriculum to include Ndebele authored literature, folklore, and historical content. 3. Officially declare King Mzilikazi Day a national holiday and commemorate sites as Gadade. 4. Recognize the Ndebele kingship formally within the traditional leadership structure. 5. Establish adequately resourced cultural centers across Matebeleland to facilitate preservation and transmission of heritage. 6. Ensure equitable Isindebele representation across national media platforms and commission inclusive heritage programming. In conclusion, Madam President, cultural preservation is not an ethnic matter. It is a national imperative. A nation that neglects its diverse identities cannot claim to be united. Let us embrace all of the colors of our Zimbabwean cultural palette. Let us give full equal expression to every language and tradition in our land. Let us vote not with our hands but with our conscience. I thank you, Madam President.
Thank you. So this is exactly what Umamlojwa presented, and these were her own opinions, not just opinions, but reflective of what has been achieved by ZANU-PF. If you look at their propaganda machinery, it is promoting just one language. I mean, one dominant language. English here is just sneaked here and there. So there is really an urgent need, specifically for these issues to be looked into. I think we have reached a time whereby the people of Matebeleland has lost actually faith and this is a ticking time bomb. I think I can't say more than what she has said. I thought I should put her on record on this channel. People who actually do so deserve such a recognition. Thank you very much for watching us. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, guess what? You become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button, or it's called subscribe plus button, and be part of our members. What bit of this channel? You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send stars. Please do remember to follow our page on X. We are Hlonipani Global News. And also, let me introduce, we now have got a WhatsApp number whereby you can send stories. Yes, I mean 5 minutes videos. If we look at those videos and we think that they qualify to be aired on this channel, definitely they are going to be aired on this channel. I'm looking for the number. Just bear with me. I just decided now to give you that number. I'm looking, yes, there it is. Let me just give you. Right, so if you have got stories and you think that they are worthy to be published on this channel, you can send them via this WhatsApp. Please don't call, you send a message, don't call. The number is +27 69 861 4679. I think I don't need to repeat it because you can replay that and get the number. So that is the WhatsApp number for this channel. If you have got news in your area which you think they are neglected, you can do them in the form of a video. That would be great. It shouldn't be more than 5 minutes, and then you send it on this WhatsApp number. So we are improving. Very soon I will be asking you at certain times to call on this WhatsApp number, and we have various conversations regarding numerous issues that are ongoing. Let me